Yep, we're going to have to change the tablecloth, I think, because it's just too slippy. So, 7th of August 2025. The song is, all I can hear is 3 cigarettes in an ashtray. I think I know it. I think it's Patsy Cline. Could be wrong. 3 cigarettes in an ashtray. So, 3 smokers. Perhaps 3 loved ones in spirit that smoked. We'll see. I know it ends up being 1 cigarette in an ashtray. So 2 have gone, 1 is left. Patsy Cline. Sagittarius, that's new, apart from learning, and Jupiter, abundance, and 4th house of home and family life. That's not new, is it? So, number 7 is a Chariot. It's teamwork, it's home and family life, it's Cancer, it's the abdomen and the breasts. It's status because those who owned chariots were not paupers. It's about travel across land and possible purchase of a new vehicle. So here we go. There it is. Not too urgent then, but it's something that we are going to have to address. Come September maybe. Health issues, hospital doors, the caring professions, owner passing, the eclipse term maybe. So let's see then. Five years, feeling invisible, lonely in a room full of people half erased. Took a gamble that didn't pay off maybe, a gambler, somebody that shuts themselves off from everyone else. Having no faith, lost everything, an ending. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The swords are out for you, I'm afraid, but it could mean a passing, literally, in the next 10 weeks. Hospital visits, but they are positive, and Spirit are not going to let you walk through this next phase alone. They will walk with you, or send someone in the flesh to walk with you. There's born in the year of the snake. Very important this year, the snake. So an illness, possibly, and from a bite, not necessarily. This is the Buddha card. He turned his back on everything he ever knew or believed to be true to follow his true pathos. It's Hecate. It's the crossroads again. But it's also grandparents. The name Walter and the name Millie, very important. Somebody here putting a lot of effort into their workload, whatever that is. There's security for at least 8 years. But there could be burning the candle at both ends, and that will make them ill. Don't be the Cinderella. Teamwork is needed. You can't be the only one that does everything. A bond that can't be broken, and yet it was. Everybody said that could never be broken, and yet it was. Unfaithfulness. So there is our William, Bill, the watermelon man, someone adopted into the family, somebody shunned, the ox, the Taurus, Capricorn energy. It's about the negative side of Capricorn, greed, envy, ambition. In the story though, the watermelon man was not that person, it was the others that was that person. So it depends what side of this coin you're on. But this could also be a Capricorn of any gender, or someone in uniform of a darker complexion, an older man, someone that maybe used warrior uniform in the past, a businessman perhaps, the dragon. He was once a generous friend, now a dangerous enemy, which is sad, but there you go, the cuckoo in the nest. So someone that was a friend but did you dirty. Maybe that's why there was 3 cigarettes in the ashtray and now there's only 1. So don't get too complacent, don't get too cocky about your partnerships, work or otherwise, because you never know. Gift or a message, the postman, something being delivered, a younger energy. So you may have known this person from boy to man. It was a positive energy in the past, or it could be a child, but with this person, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn child usually, again dark complexion, again wearing uniform. But it's also the early stages of a new business or your finances improving or career improving. That shame and blame that we seemed to carry yesterday is over because something has ended. We're no longer trapped in our own mind. There's a marriage or a friendship that will end. Taurus energy again, somebody not speaking the truth, issues with the mouth, the throat, the tongue. Possibly because of the 3 cigarettes and an ashtray, somebody with throat cancer. 5 or 23. Simon Peter and lost keys. Teachers and school days, which was mentioned yesterday. Institutions, religion. Hell will freeze over before someone apologises. And now we have 3 stages of this, possibly 3 family members. Or the only one is the younger one that's any good with money. These 2 are not, and they don't make no bones about it. It's stagnation, it's staying put, it's nothing improving, especially financially. It's being terrorised. So terrorists, arenas, Manchester the Bees, those with the scar on the leg, the limp or the amputation. Chiron. Action is required. Aries. You must honour the dead, honour your ancestors and take action. Aries protects and is successful. Of any gender, this is an older man, if it's not an Aries, who does what he says he's going to do. He puts his money where his mouth is. There will be possible legal repercussions and injustice is taking place. Number 11, somebody sitting on the fence about something. This is a nightmare situation that didn't have to be, because you could have left at any time. The gate was open, you just chose to stay in that gilded cage. 9 weeks. These are not your people, not your tribe. Trauma from the past, childhood trauma, someone possibly that doesn't know how to appreciate family. This is a dark place, and they said that yesterday, didn't they? But there is light at the end of the tunnel. She is carrying a child, so there's something being conceived this year. The Twin Towers, so September, which we've got there, the 9th month, September the 11th, and we've got the 11 there. So 9/11, the Twin Towers, 18, but it's still going to be a dark journey, and that's why Spirit are holding their light up to light your way so you do not stumble and fall. It's 18. Sometimes Scorpio, sometimes Cancer. Somebody spreading themselves too thin, trying to be everything to everyone, not knowing which way to turn. Something that's dark is being illuminated. Three cigarettes in the ashtray, my love and I in a small cafe. That's what I keep getting. Yeah. No more being held to ransom. A decision will be made in the next 2 weeks, unless there's a Mercury retrograde, and then you may be revisiting something. If you're not revisiting something in Mercury retrograde, you don't make decisions. But you can no longer be blackmailed, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, or psychically. A large sum of money is at stake, and an end possibly to comfort, security. Heartache, sorrow, loss and separation, but we're healing from that. So minor heart surgery, temporary or permanent separations from people. A confused mind. Again, we've got double up. So problems with children, your childhood, the past, someone coming back from the past, childhood trauma or past trauma. It doesn't have to be a long time ago, it can be recent. Yeah, somebody wants to stay in the comfort zone. They don't want these changes to take place. Scorpio. Scorpio is a fixed sign, so they don't like change. But you must change. It's about metamorphosis, becoming the butterfly. 13. Death and rebirth. There's the 3 Norns. So May the 1st could be important. But it's the past, present and future all mingled together, and that's what it said yesterday, isn't it? So we must learn from the past, but don't stay there, don't dwell there. Future's not promised, we must live in the now. Financial success, possibly through a Leo, but very demanding. The truth will set you free. Use that sword carefully. Speak your truth, shame the devil. But it is a gift from Spirit. There's the hand of God. It will bring you success, no matter what. But you have to be honest. It's time to move on. From stormy waters to calm ones. Don't take the baggage of the past with you. Move on to calmer waters. So, 4th house of family life. We know, don't we, that if we're brought up or we're born into a battlefield, that's what we'll seek for comfort in our own life. It is the stomach and breasts, it is the herb, the ancestral line. It's about your parents, your childhood twice there. Inherited patterns, toxic or otherwise. Family environment, upbringing in the womb. People are at home on a battlefield. The internalised sense of home and security will depend on the initial childhood experience as described by the planets. Disturbing but unvoiced undercurrents might permeate the home. So, Jupiter in Sagittarius, learning and abundance. Expanding through knowledge, staying optimistic, lucky, prone to wild exaggeration, I would say lies. Jupiter in Sagittarius is happy to take a gamble, what I say, Just take the gamble when it's not paying off and enjoy his life to the full. So, an empty cup. There it is. Somebody needs to fill their own cup. Your cup is never half empty or half full. It's refillable by you. It is also the gambler's cup, and he's lost a lot gambling. So, Perthu is the number 14. Destiny. A chance encounter brings about your destiny, possibly at a gathering. Perthu. The letter P. It's a source of recreation and amusement to the great, where warriors sit blithely together in a banqueting hall. This rune is primarily associated with the mysteries and amusement that result from revelation, so gossip. However, there is a reason to believe that this part of the poem is mistranslation and that it's the wives of the warriors, yes, who take such joy in revealing secrets. So somebody is going to enjoy telling somebody a secret that they know will hurt them. Perthu is connected with birth and death. There we go. Regeneration. And thus the beginning and endings of all kinds. Mysteries of the occult and what lies before and after death. There we go. There's a Ten of Swords. Where's it gone? There it is. Another side of this rune associated with gaming, the gambler, from the beginning. And the very shape of the rune suggests a dice cup. The word Perthu means a pawn, so somebody may be using you as a pawn in their game. The roulette wheel could be important, Monaco even. Games of chance and skill are jointly governed by all three of the goddesses of fate. And there they are, past, present and future, the maiden, the mother and the crown. This goes for life too. The greatest game of chance and skill of all in Norse mythology is eternally weaving enigmatic goddesses were not forthcoming with their knowledge and had to be wooed to reveal the future. Even Odin himself, so Wednesday, had to resort to outrageous bribery to find out what the web of the weird, we had weird yesterday, had in store. Odin had little influence over the weavers of the web, and the same cannot be said for his wife. So it may be the wife that is the influence in this. Because she is very controlling. This paragon of domestic virtue seems to have been very good terms with them and was additionally regarded as the patroness of women in labour, so someone may be pregnant, especially if it's your children. The warrior women who rode flying steeds on the battlefield to select those who died bravely enough to enjoy the happy afterlife. It is reversed, so fate can deal crushing blows when it is inverted. The pattern of fate takes on a darker hue. What did I say? This is a dark time. And the game of life will transform the board into something rather frightening and unfamiliar. Perhaps you've overestimated your chance of success or have overplayed your hand. There are facts that you are unaware of. So proceed cautiously, gamble nothing. So there we are, don't gamble anything. Proceed cautiously, you'll light your way. Wait until the Norns are in a better humour. Oh, drugs as well, eh? Number 6. So, marijuana, cannabis, sativa is in the reverse. So, too much of a good thing, I think, in this case, as it isn't addictive unless you abuse it like anything else. So it is the moon, which we've got, Venus, which we've got, Saturn, the truth, which we've got, and Neptune, which we haven't got this time. So magically, cannabis can be used to enhance meditation, divination, spirit contact, and in some traditions as part of the mystery initiation rites. Those are the traditional magics of ingestion and inhalation to shift the consciousness of the practitioner. In more outward forms of magic, the leaf, flowers, and resin can be used in healing rituals to help the recipient to open to healing, dissolve rigidity, and feel the natural flow of life. Sprinkle it on candle spells. Cannabis tea can be used as a wash on magical tools to help open to other realities, such as scrying mirrors to see through time and space, or upon a blade or wand to open the gates and call forth spirits. So you've got a sword there. Cannabis can be sprinkled on magical ink to empower your spells and help write or draw from a place of direct spiritual guidance. Care should be used in working with magical plants. Just because it is not toxic, like many of the witchcraft herbs, excessive use will diminish the results. The nature of cannabis is to lighten and open, dissolving rigid boundaries, to taking away your inhibitions, which is why it can lead to other drugs because you are less likely to say no, bringing out our childlike loving nature. It expands our awareness, our field of consciousness, not only to other humans, but all of nature. It can help us get in touch with our bodies, but also the body of the earth and our relationship to it. Cannabis can aid in increasing telepathic abilities, awareness. The healing nature helps us find joy and humour, allowing us to see ourselves and the world in a different light, calming us and enhancing our creativity. So it is in the reverse. When cannabis reverse comes up, we might be feeling lost, adrift, and need some structure to balance an excessive dissolution. We must find our own centre in the midst of the streams of life and establish our sense of self-worth without slipping into fear. Be open, you are connected, be happy. And there it is, the March hare, 1st of March. White rabbits, the hare, new opportunities. So, old opportunities revisited then, perhaps because it's in the reverse. Let us see. It is the number 3, which is the mother energy, abundance, pregnancy. In this case, failed pregnancies or nothing can grow in barren lands. Hares are often symbols of fertility and love. So infertility and hate even. Associated with the Celtic goddess Ostara, they represent springtime, a season of birth and abundance. A variety of ancient cultures have linked the oak tree, so Taurus, and bravery, Leo, and vitality, Aries. In ancient Greece, the oak was revered as the tree sacred to Zeus. In Norse mythology, it represents the tree of life, Yggdrasil, and in ancient Celtic and Druidic cultures, the oak was associated with the god Dagda. Upright, a celebration of good fortune, is in order, but it wasn't upright. So this brings about a theme of neglect, like I said, child cruelty, abuse, empty promises. Perhaps your hard work isn't paying off. That poor Jack, all work and no play, in the manner that you expected. trying to connect with the hare, a creature of great energy and fruitfulness, to power through the difficult times ahead. You need to find something to celebrate. What existing opportunity should you follow up on? Don't leave it on the shelf before it disappears completely into the rushes. Thanks for listening. Have a night.